Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the YouTube Wars. This is Detroit coming to you from the bunker here in Rochelle Park, New Jersey. And once again, welcome to Axis and Allies, the Garrison. It is round 5. It is Italy's turn, and finally, Italy gets to go. Okay, so I've been waiting for this turn somewhat nervously because, tell you what, Italy is feeling the pressure. The Allies, okay, are putting the pressure on Italy. They have a very strong U.S. presence in Morocco. The British are in firm control of Egypt and northern Africa. And to be honest, there's absolutely nothing that Italy can do to evict the Allies from all of northern Africa. So Italy is facing a potential naval landing. So, however, let's see what Italy responds or what it does to be able to counter the Allied threat. Up in Leningrad, the Germans were able to maintain their presence in Leningrad. The Soviets chose not to counter. Hence, the Germans are firmly in control of Leningrad. Okay, so what the Russians were able to do, though, was that they were able to regain Bessarabia, Western Ukraine, and Eastern Poland. So the Russians are definitely pushing back the Wehrmacht. But the Wehrmacht is still very much in this war and will counter. Of that, you can rest assured. Okay, so what's going on in the Pacific? Well, the Chinese are cornered up all the way in Kansu. Okay, so the Chinese have been taking a beating in this war, in this game, and the Japanese are hot in their trail. So let's see what happens with that as the situation develops. Now, the Far East Command of the British Empire, based out of Calcutta, definitely a very strong presence. I believe they have up to 12 or 13 infantry, 3 armored, 2 artillery, 3 fighters, 1 tactical bomber, and 2 Anzac fighters. The British here are poised, without a doubt, to take back Southeast Asia. So let's see what Japan does. Okay, interesting situation here up in Manchuria, actually Korea. The U.S. was able to take Korea. Okay, something tells me that the Russians will soon be coming in and reinforcing their American allies. The U.S. initially had its fleet, okay, and its naval transports and its complement of ground units in Midway, Sea Zone 25. However, because of an unforeseen circumstance, the U.S. had no choice but to fall back to Sea Zone 26. And the reason for that is because, surprisingly, the Empire of the Rising Sun performed an amphibious landing and effectively invaded Australia and took Queensland and Northern Territory. So now what's happening here is that the Anzacs are facing tremendous pressure with a potential collapse of Sydney, the capital of the Anzacs. So I'm sure that the U.S. realizes this and acknowledges the fact that it may have to come to the aid of its Anzac ally. All right, so let's go ahead then, guys. I hope that more or less clarifies what's going on here in the game so far at the tail end of round 5. And let's go ahead and do our Italy turn. So Italy will be purchasing a total of 1 fighter and 1 artillery for a grand total of 14 IPCs. I know that during the last Italy turn, I had mentioned that Italy will be carrying over 16 IPCs. Well, my mistake. I totally forgotten to perform the convoy disruption where you have 1 British submarine in Sea Zone 99 performing a convoy duty where it was able to deduct 2 IPCs from the Italian treasury. Hence, Italy only has 14 IPCs, which means then it'll be buying 1 fighter and 1 artillery. So let's go ahead with the one battle that the Italians do have, that the Italians declared, and that'll be the attack on Eastern Poland, where you have 1 Russian infantry and 1 Russian artillery divisions defending. The Italians will be moving in with 2 armored units from Romania at a movement of 1. That attack will be supported by paratroopers coming in from southern Italy actually, at a movement of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, this bomber will power drop 2 infantry. Okay, and it will have 3 movements remaining in its gas gauge. Whoa, what is that? Yes, guys, check it out. I finally have gas gauges. And I know that my good friend Hilltop asked me not to mention the fact that he had gifted these items to me, but I just absolutely have to, and I have to thank my friend Hilltop for being so gracious and gifting me these beautiful fuel gauges that I so badly needed. For some reason, I've always been meaning to buy them from Historical Board Gaming, but guess what? I always would end up buying something else. And of course, most of us are on a budget, so sometimes you pick and choose on the items that you need or that you want to buy, and that's exactly what I've done so far. And I guess that Hilltop realized that I needed them, and he was gracious to gift me these fuel gauges. And my brother, thank you so much, Hilltop. I really appreciate that, the gift. And I know that this acquisition will definitely further enhance my gaming experience, not only for me, but for you guys that are watching the YouTube Wars. So let's go ahead. So let's continue with the Italy turn. All right, so Italy will be attacking with 2 infantry and 2 armor. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now, where's my die cup? If I can find it, but the little one, my son is always taking my die cup, and then when I need it, I can't find it. Oh, well, it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and, actually, I'm going to borrow one from this side. I do have an extra set. I was just forgetting. Here we go. Okay. So Italy will be attacking with 2 at 1 and 2 at 3, right? With the 2 armor. The Russians will be defending with 2 at 2. So here we go. So everybody's going to roll at the same time, just for the sake of expediency here. And here we go. Wow. Very good for the attack for the Russians. I was able to score hits, but check it out. This is surprising. The Russians are fighting very well. Good for you, Hambone. The Russians, you guys are making it expensive for the Italians. Okay, but the Russians were also taken out. So now I have 2 infantry, 2 armored units in Eastern Poland. And that, I have to admit, does hurt. So now Eastern Poland becomes Italian. Okay, that's you know what? Let me do this later, after or when I start the income tracker phase. Okay, so now I'm gonna go straight into non-combat movements, and they're as follows. The strategic bomber at a movement has 3 movements left. It'll go 1, 2, and 3 back into northern Italy. Right? The artillery in Bulgaria will move 1 space up north into Romania. My fleet, consisting of 2 submarines and 1 naval transport, will move north into Sea Zone 79. Okay. What am I forgetting? I think that's it. Actually, I'm moving the entirety, with the exception of 1 infantry, is staying in southern Italy. I'm moving, 4 AAAs into northern Italy. I'm moving 3 AAAs. 3 artillery into northern Italy, right? And I'm moving a total of 5 infantry into northern Italy as well. So that's 5 infantry. My 3 fighters in southern Italy will move into northern Italy as well. Okay, and that's that. All right, I think that's it for my non-combat movements. I will go ahead then and place manually purchase units, and of course I'll go ahead and do that. It'll be 1 fighter and 1 tactical 1 artillery will go into northern Italy as well. There we go. Oh, I forgot to put a magnet on this guy. There you go. So that's a total of 4 fighters in northern Italy, and I believe that's it for my non-combat movements. I believe that's it. I do have to perform a convoy disruption here, so I'll roll my 2 die, and here we go. 2 die. Okay, 2 die for 1 submarine. So maximum number is 3 that I could score. Each submarine is a guaranteed, basically 2 points of damage plus 1. That's a 3. So Italy will have to pay minus 3 IPCs to the bank. All right, but before we do so, let's go ahead and do the income tracker. Italy goes up by 1. Eastern Poland. Let's go to the income tracker. Russia will go down by 1. I always forget to put Russia. So Russia's -1. Okay. Italy will go up by 1 IPC. So Italy is currently at 15. All right. But however, because Italy has to pay 3 IPCs, it is in all actuality will be carrying over only 12 IPCs for round 6 for this turn. Actually, for round 6. So Italy will be carrying over 12. Let me take the 12 IPCs and take my money and put it in the bin for the Italians. There you go. All right, so let's do the recap. Final disposition of forces for the Italians. The Italians will have Sea Zone 97, 2 submarines, 1 naval transport. Italy, southern Italy, 1 infantry. Northern Italy, you have 4 AAAs, 4 artillery, 4 fighters, and a total of 7 infantry units in northern Italy. Okay. Oh, and I'm forgetting 1 strategic bomber as well. 1 strategic bomber. All right. So I believe that does it, guys. Yeah, that's about it. So, all right, guys. So as always, let me know what your ideas and thoughts are regarding the strategies and tactics that we're using in this game. I look forward to your commentaries. I apologize for not answering the most recent posts or posts to the last couple of videos that I posted, but I've just been so busy that I've been finding it difficult to respond. But I will get back to those commentaries, guys, and I truly, honestly can say that I look forward to getting back to them and responding to your comments. Guys, it is now officially Anzac's turn. And of course, Anzac is under the command of Commander Matt Todd. Good luck, Matt. And as I like to say, guys, don't forget to bunker down and play.